Number 6. Evolution and Creation, Two Sides of Life. September 9th, 2011. My God, could you tell us something about our human soul? My son, I'll start straight away and explain some fundamental principles. The soul has a spiritual origin. The personality is an earthly creation. No such thing as reincarnation really exists. The soul attaches itself to different personalities in different periods, but remains spiritually up there. The earthly personality lives on after the death of the physical body, and can then choose from an endless number of possibilities for spiritually developing itself to greater heights. Evolution, science, and creation by God, religion, are both elements of life and are not mutually exclusive. This is the explanation. When the soul is created by God, it is absolutely pure. A soul is made of spiritual substance. Whenever a soul begins a project on earth, attaching itself to an embryo and thereby creating its own personality, it automatically becomes tied up with the activities and development of this personality. The earthly personality is new and unique, and before conception it did not exist. The earthly personality is completely an element of earthly evolution. Thus, personalities on earth are made up of earthly substance. In principle, the earthly personality will live on after the death of the physical body, because from the start of the embryonic development, there is also a spiritual body that will automatically be developed, with a great deal of help from the soul and, naturally, from God. And from then on, the opportunities for development in the spiritual world are endless. It is of course possible that many things will go wrong, and the personality may even commit crimes, since free will is sacrosanct after all. The personality will then, according to the laws of cause and effect, be faced with the result of its actions in the spiritual world. The personality is always given the opportunity, in a very justified sense, to put matters right. Of course, this may be quite confronting and painful. Everything is presented to him or her in love. However, the personality doesn't experience this as beneficial sense, but more as punishment. This is unfortunate, but necessary. It's another spiritual law. If an earthly life derails, it is the soul that suffers. Although the soul is not contaminated by this, it remains very much tied up with it. When after its physical death, the earthly personality has regained its balance in the spiritual world, the personality continues with its spiritual evolution. The personality never reincarnates. The soul, however, will then be released from its ties with this personality. In a different era on earth, it will attach itself to another personality in order to further develop, work through, or solve its experience and attachments related to the earth. Therefore, there is no true reincarnation. A leaf on a tree in 2011 is not the reincarnation of a leaf on the same tree in 2010. Some people do discuss it in these terms. In a past life, I was a carpenter. What they should say instead is, sometimes in the past, my soul attached itself to another personality, someone who used to be a carpenter. It is true, however, that all the different personalities of a particular soul are connected through that soul throughout the ages. As the soul gains more and more earthly experience, it will select more refined and further evolved creatures to attach itself to. Thus, instead of saying, I have a soul, one should say, I belong to a soul. That evolution on earth is 100% navigated and guided by the spiritual world is a fact which has not yet been discovered by scientists. That life on Earth is modified through the method of earthly evolution, and that this method is considered by the spiritual world to be perfect, is something that many religions have not yet discovered. Thus, evolution and creation exist side by side. I would like to conclude by mentioning a truly crucial common theme in human life, a perspective, a statement, man's main purpose in life, his destiny. Man should identify himself only with God. This is his destiny. Because the essence of man is not his body, nor his emotions, nor his rational mind. It is the focus of all those things on his spiritual body. For this has been created by God and by man's soul from his birth onward, and this is what he truly is. This is his destiny. This is his true perspective. This is his essence. That's why I stated earlier that once you start paring down your being to the core, you will have the knowledge that God is your purpose, that you are God, and that God is your essence. From conception onward, what do you look to? Earth or heaven? The ground or the skies? The outer or the inner world? Strangeness or intimacy? Your damnation or your salvation? Your demise or your eternity? That's up to you. My blessings to you all.